Welcome to Religion Unpacked. Our Lady of Fátima, Prophecies, Secrets, and History. Introduction, the global event. In 1917, the world was on fire. World War I raged across Europe, empires were collapsing, and a sense of chaos reigned. But in a small, remote village in Portugal, a different kind of event was unfolding, one that promised to change the course of history through faith. Between May and October of that year, 3 shepherd children, Lucia dos Santos, Francisco, and Jacinta Marto, claimed to have been visited by the Virgin Mary. These apparitions in Fatima delivered a series of prophecies, urgent calls for prayer, and warnings about the future of the world. They were accompanied by one of the most famous supernatural events of the 20th century, the miracle of the sun, witnessed by tens of thousands of people. The story of Our Lady of Fátima is not just a chapter in Catholic history, it's a story of Cold War politics, enduring secrets, and faith challenging the limits of science. So, what exactly did the children see? What were the 3 secrets she revealed? And how did a supposed miracle in a rural Portuguese field influence popes, presidents, and global geopolitics for a century? Let's unpack the prophecies, secrets, and history of Our Lady of Fátima. Part 1. The setting, war and revolution. The year 1917 was a crucible of modern history. Portugal itself was undergoing a radical secular shift, with the new government actively hostile to the Catholic Church. Into this environment, 3 illiterate children, Lucia, age 10, Francisco, age 9, and Jacinta, age 7, began seeing visions. They claimed that on the 13th of every month, from May to October, the Virgin Mary would appear to them in a small home oak tree. The Virgin identified herself as Our Lady of the Rosary. Her message was simple but urgent. Pray the Rosary daily. Make sacrifices for the conversion of sinners and dedicate yourselves to God. Crucially, she promised the children that on her last appearance in October, she would perform a miracle so that all would believe. Part 2. The 3 secrets. During her appearances, the Virgin entrusted the 3 children with a terrifying sequence of revelations, which later became known as the 3 secrets of Fatima. The first 2 secrets were revealed relatively early, but the third was kept under seal by the Vatican for decades, fueling intense speculation. The first secret was a harrowing vision of hell. The children were shown souls falling into a horrifying abyss, a warning about the consequence of sin and the need for repentance. The second secret was a prophecy of World War II. The Virgin predicted that World War I would end, but warned that if humanity did not cease offending God, a worse war would break out during the pontificate of Pius V. She also predicted the rise of Russia and its spread of communism, asking that Russia be consecrated to her Immaculate Heart to prevent this. The third secret was the most debated. Lucia wrote it down in 1944. It was kept sealed, sparking theories of nuclear war, alien contact, or the end of the world. It was finally revealed by the Vatican in 2000. It described a symbolic vision of a bishop in white, interpreted as the Pope, climbing a steep hill amid the corpses of martyrs, only to be shot down by soldiers. The Vatican interpreted this as a symbolic prophecy of the persecution of Christians and the 1981 assassination attempt on Pope John Paul II. Part 3. The Miracle of the Sun. The climax of the Fatima story occurred on October 13, 1917. Despite intense ridicule from secular newspapers and skepticism from the government, an estimated 70,000 people gathered in the rain-soaked field. At midday, as the Virgin had promised, the miracle occurred. Witness accounts, including those of secular reporters and atheists, described the dark clouds parting and the sun appearing as a spinning, multicolored disk. It danced, or zigzagged in the sky, becoming dull enough to look at before seeming to plunge toward the earth. People screamed, thinking the world was ending. Then suddenly, the sun returned to its normal position, and the ground, previously muddy, was completely dry. The miracle of the sun remains a powerful event. Skeptics attribute it to a mass hallucination, shared optical illusions, or natural atmospheric phenomena. Believers claim it was a divine sign, a tangible confirmation of the Virgin's message. Part 4. Political Prophecy and Global Impact. Fatima's influence extends far beyond theology. The prophecy regarding Russia became a major point of focus during the Cold War. The collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991 was viewed by many Catholics as a direct fulfillment of the Fatima message and the consecration requested by the Virgin. Furthermore, the assassination attempt on Pope John Paul II on May 13th, the anniversary of the first apparition, cemented Fatima's role in 20th century events. John Paul II himself credited Our Lady of Fátima with saving his life. Fatima transformed the public conversation, merging the sacred and the geopolitical, influencing how millions viewed the conflicts of their time. Conclusion: Faith and the Unexplained. The story of Our Lady of Fátima is a powerful case study in faith, history, and the limits of human perception. Whether you approach it as a documented, divinely inspired miracle, or as a fascinating psychological phenomenon of collective suggestion, its impact on millions of lives is undeniable. It stands as a testament to the fact that, even in an age of science, humanity's deepest questions about war, sin, the future, and divine intervention continue to be channeled through spiritual experiences. It is a story that forces us to ask, what do we believe? And what happens when faith challenges the laws of nature? And that is the remarkable history of Our Lady of Fátima, Unpacked. Welcome to Religion Unpacked. Subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss a new upload.